Hello Capricorn, this is going to be your reading for August. If you are new, welcome. If you are returning, thank you for coming back to sit with me. Please be aware that there will be several planets still retrograding through August, so please do go and check your chart and see how that will be affecting your individual sign. Alright, Capricorn, let's see. I know you were having a difficult in July. So let's see if we can get you some better news this month. Capricorn, someone is trying to get your attention, but it looks like they may be trying to play some games, sort of, sometimes the way young children will sort of pull each other's hair or things like that. You know, they don't really care what they are doing, to harmless things but annoying to get your attention, or you know, getting really dressed up and, you know, putting their picture up on social media, things like that. Anything to try to throw you off balance or, you know, get your attention. They're also looking at your social media, or if they see you, they're interpreting everything you do. They're taking it all personally. So if you post something, they think it's about them. They really think that, you know, everything you post, it doesn't matter. If it's a joke about, you know, a giraffe galloping over the plains, they're like, that's about me because I have long legs, and it's got to be about me. And you know, I had a zit last week, and, you know, it's a vague thing about spots, but I know it's about me. Like, that's how deep they're going with it. And they're really bummed out that you are not paying any attention to them. They may even be sending people to, you know, make little inquiries about, you know, has this person asked about me, that kind of thing. So it may have been that you were on the receiving end of this kind of energy with them at one point. It may have been that you were chasing this person. I don't know what happened, that flipped over, but it looks like it has in fact flipped over. Now they are chasing you. You may have found someone else, or maybe you just got tired of it, but now you are in fact the focus of their world. Something does come in for you in August where you have a lot of nice things coming in. You may be thinking about old times. You may be reminiscing with people. You may have found someone else. Whatever it is, this person can see the change and they are not into it. A lot of envy going on here. You're radiating a lot of nice sexual energy, happy energy, vitality. You're really just, you know, back into this really nice vibe of feeling all of the things about yourself that you should be. You might have a lot of business opportunities. You might have a lot of dating opportunities in August. You may feel overwhelmed by some of that. You might even have younger people. So if you're in your 20s, you may have people that are just coming into college. If you are a little bit older, you may have people, if you're in your 40s, you may have people in their 20s or 30s. If you're even older than that, you may have, if you're divorced or just somebody single in their 60s, you may have people that are middle-aged, and you're kind of a little bit thrown off by that in a nice way, but you're kind of wondering what you have going on, but you're also into it at the same time. But you may feel a little bit overwhelmed by that, like, what do I have going on? But you're also, again, very into it, and you're taking it in your stride, which is very nice. But again, you're kind of wondering what happened, because you haven't really particularly been doing anything different. You were just kind of going along. You may feel a mixed bag about this other person suffering. You may feel like it's, on one hand, it's a bit of karma, but you can see their suffering because you've felt that before. You've been on the other end of that. And so, you may make an offer to them to be friendly, but nothing more than that. There may be a temptation to go back and have it be a little bit more than that, because they will push that, so be careful, because when the messages start coming in and they become more frequent, you have to keep in mind that this person, why you became disenchanted with this person in the first place, because sometimes, a person, their feelings will turn on and off, not because they're really into you, just because they saw you succeeding, and that flips a switch inside of them. So you may not necessarily want to go running back to this person just to satisfy your ego. Be very careful about that, Capricorn. Be really, really careful about that. I know you were struggling, you were having some issues. It looks like they were passing some judgment, but this person's intentions are not pure. That's what it is. They also have something going on in their private life. And this has been going on, this went on in some readings in July, where they would leave someone, they would break up with someone, their ex was a lovely person, and then something in their life would sour and they would go running back to their ex, but not tell their ex that their lives were falling apart in some way. They would almost like make a target out of their ex's kindness. So my life is falling apart. I know my ex will talk to me or nurse me through this or whatever. I don't really want to get back together with them. I just see that they're doing well. I see that they're making more money. Now I'm broke. I just, lost everything. Or I have a gambling problem. I just lost all my money. My bank account's empty. I need to pay my bills. I'll go back to them. And I know they're kind and sweet and, whatever. So I can kind of press this button. It was that kind of a thing. I don't see anything that devious, but it just looks like this person, see, the way these cards are lined up, I mean, to be honest, Capricorn, it looks like you both have ego issues. So they can't, they see that you're succeeding and they're jealous. And they know you can't resist them coming back in and pressing this button with you. Doesn't look like you'll necessarily get back together, but they know that you can't resist sort of pressing it in their face that you are doing better. So they know they can at least get a few interactions out of you. They want the satisfaction of knowing they can just get that last coffee out of you, or that last text out of you, or yeah, that's just going to do something for them. That will like complete something with them. It's almost like they want to just look at someone, one of their friends, and say, see, I knew I could do it. However, it doesn't really matter for you, Capricorn, because you're coming into all of this good energy, and I'd be very curious to see in your next few readings, you may wind up meeting someone else. Anyway, this circle winds up, this thing with this person winds up neatly cleaned up and put away for you, so don't worry about it. You have reconsider in the future and be assertive. I would maybe, you know, think twice about needing to get that last, you know, sort of, not punch, but that sort of last word in with them. You know, you don't always have to have the last word. You know, you can find the strength sometimes to just step back. It's difficult sometimes because someone's pushing your button and you want to respond. But I think if you waited long enough, you would see the reason would come out, the real reason would come out for why this person was approaching you in the first place. And you'll find out anyway, but if that's what you're waiting for, if you really need the satisfaction, you will see it at some point in August. I think more toward the end of August. And I think somewhere... Hold on, Capricorn. Somewhere in the... around the end, maybe the third week in August, some of you may be meeting someone who has the potential to be your new person. You know, and they could potentially be, if you're single and looking, or if you're ready to wrap this thing up with this person entirely, they have the potential to be your new person, a new person that has the potential for commitment, real commitment. So just keep your eyes open around the third or fourth week of August. And that is your reading. As always, I love to see everyone interact with the reading, whether that's leaving a like or a comment, whatever you're comfortable with. Tell me your stories, tell me how you're doing. I wish everyone well, and I love to see that everyone is succeeding and taking care of themselves on their journey. As always, Capricorn, thank you for sitting with me, and take care.